Okay, we are recording for the neshama of one of our dear congregants, Elazar ben Yechaskel. They buried him today. We're going to say MUSSAR. This is amazing idea. I have the pleasure to be good friends with Rav Shach, Zatzal's grandson, and he wrote a book. He explains this thing from the Grazal. The Gra here says in SHLOMO, he says something very deep about the meaning of life. He says, Ikar chiyut ha'adam hu leitchazek tamid b'shvirat hamiddot. He says the main purpose for life, it's heartbreaking. In the last 6 weeks, I attended 6 funerals. So it's a tragedy that if we, life is like a train. You can't stay forever. But the tragedy is that people don't even know where they're going, why they came. So the Gra says the main reason for our state of existence is to break our bad habits. Ve'im lav, and if not so, if we don't break our bad habits, like let's say somebody is like angry, somebody is egotistic, somebody is lazy. The main reason he was born is to break his bad habits. If he doesn't want to do that, then what's the meaning of life? So the Gra says this, SHLOMO HaMelech. The Gra doesn't make up his own religion, Chas v'Shalom. This is what SHLOMO HaMelech says in Mishle. He says, Hachsek beMussar. SHLOMO HaMelech teaches us in Mishle. He says, hold on to Mussar. Mussar is self-improvement. Al teref netzareha. Don't abandon the details. Right? Kihi chayecha, because it's life itself. So, Rav Shach, when he was explaining this, his grandson wrote a book about his grandfather. He said, can you imagine the Gra? He was somebody that knew thousands upon thousands of books. He was like an angel. He was learning Torah 20 hours a day. But he said, with all the Torah and mitzvot, even he was saying, if you don't break your bad habits, there's no point to life. Why is that? So Rav Shach Zatzal said something very deep. He said, any mitzvah that you do that is natural for you, you're not going to get a lot of reward. It's very important for us always to ingrain and inculcate in our hearts and minds Pirkei Avot. Pirkei Avot is the most important Mishnah about how to be a good human being. Pirkei Avot says in the end of it, Kefum Sa'ara Agra. God gives us reward according to how much hard work we do. So sometimes the Rambam says this, there's one mitzvah that could be equal to 1,000 mitzvahs. You know why? Because you really put your heart and soul and you had 1,000 reasons not to do that mitzvah, right? So it's like a nuclear mitzvah because you really had to go against every single fiber of your being. You gave from your blood. So Rav Shach says the pshat in the Gra here is like this. Since God rewards us according to our hard work, our blood, sweat, and tears, so the more amount of blood, sweat, and tears you put in a mitzvah, you get more rewarded. So he says that's the whole idea. Hashem didn't create you to put you on this world. If it's like a piece of cake, the mitzvah, then you don't get rewarded. That's what the Gra is saying. He's saying the main purpose of life is to come into this world, and we're like a raw diamond. And you know how they shave the diamond to make it look beautiful? So we have to shave off our bad habits, our bad MIDDOT. And that's the whole point of life, because that is going totally against our nature. And that's what God rewards you for. But if something is like a robot, is no challenge for you, right? So you really don't deserve to get that much reward. So may Hashem help us to realize that life, of course, is very important. We have to learn Torah, do all the commandments, the 10 commandments. But above that, the golden crown of everything, the whole enchilada is about also being a good person, having good characteristics, because character counts.